Please welcome author, speaker, hypnotist, business results catalyst, and nice guy, Dr. Steve Taubman.
Nicely done. Oh, man. National Life. Hello. Everybody try this with me. Everybody take one hand, put it out alongside of you just like that. Pull back 3 fingers so you're making the sign of a gun. Don't shoot anybody with that. Touch the tip of your first finger to your thumb so you have a circle. Look at your circle. Look at my circle. Put it right on your chin and freeze. And look how few of you know where your chin is. When Mary asked me to come talk to you today about change and thriving in a climate of change, I thought this is just my very favorite thing to talk about. I really enjoy and appreciate the whole nature of our minds and how our minds react and respond when change is afoot. I talk about some steps to empower yourself through change. I'd like to share with you a little bit of what I've discovered has worked for me as I've studied change from a lot of different angles: psychological, philosophical, spiritual, financial. Oh, just. Anyway, I'm on my way back home again. I decided to visit my mother. My mom lives on Long Island in New York, and I love to go back to New York because I miss the traffic. And my mother is somebody who really does not embrace change, does not enjoy change. She still doesn't use a computer. And my mother lies about her age. Now, I love my mother. Everybody loves my mother. She's a wonderful person. And she is very youthful looking. But she likes to tell people that she's younger than she is. And I always say, Mom, if you're going to lie about your age, tell people you're older than you are. See, that way people will say you look great for your age. Because for 78, quite frankly, she looks wonderful, but for 29, not so much. So she introduces me to her new boyfriend, and this is the problem is that when she lies about her age, it means she's got to lie about my age, too. So she introduces me to her boyfriend, and he says, I'm pleased to meet you. I'm sorry I wasn't here last week. I had to miss your bar mitzvah. And, you know, that was just really ridiculous, because I'm traveling through Maine, and they get to a farm field, and they see a bunch of animals out in the field, and the little boy says to the dad, he says, Daddy, how come that cow has no horns? And he says, well, I don't know, but here comes the farmer. Let's ask him. So the farmer comes along and says, excuse me, Mr. Farmer, how come that cow has no horns? And the farmer says, well, there could be a lot of reasons for something like that. You see why I'm not doing Vermont, right? He says it could, sometimes they're born that way. It's a genetic thing. He says sometimes it's a mean animal. We dehorn them. Of course, in this case, what you have here is a horse. And I'm going to ask you, if Ruth, would you mind joining up here for just a moment? Let's hear it for your wonderful vice president. I promise not to hypnotize you. Just have a seat right over here. Make yourself comfortable in the chair. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a little magical effect together. I'm not going to hypnotize Ruth. And in fact, you get to be the star of this. And I really emphasize that because I don't like to humiliate or embarrass anybody. I know people don't believe that, but it's really true. So what we're going to do here, Ruth, is I'm going to give you a deck of cards. And here's the cards right here. And what I'll ask you to do is to pretend you're the magician. Yeah, you can look through them. That's fine. And you're gonna go ahead and ask me to pick a card. So just turn them face down, fan them out for me, and ask me to pick a card. Alrighty, let's see. I will do. Not that one. Okay. I don't want. Oh, you're not allowed to. Oh, she's doing the thing that most magicians try to get away with, but I'm not going to let her get away with it. I'm taking the card I want. Okay. I'm taking this one. Okay. And now ask me to show it to everybody. No, it's not in there. So tell everybody I've made your card disappear.
You made my card disappear.
No, you made the card disappear. How about a hand for Ruth? She did pretty well, right? Okay. Now this is the grand finale. This is where you say, the card is gone.
The card is gone.
And then say, that's because.
That's because.
I'm sitting on it.
I'm sitting on it.
Are you?
I don't know.
Let's find out.
I am.
Let's hear it for our lovely assistant. I knew you'd be good at that. The first question, how do I do that? I never answer how I do it, but I like to answer why I do it. Right? Why do I do magic? What is magic for? And to me, magic is a great, great thing because, first of all, it creates a sense of wonder and joy. and it gives us a sense that anything's possible, right? And magic is also useful for what's called the moment of astonishment, that moment when our minds sort of stop thinking because we're in a state of wonder. And it's a very important place to go. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. The third, perhaps most important reason that I find magic to be really useful is that it demonstrates a principle, and that is that what you see isn't exactly what is. What you see isn't exactly what is happening. Perception does not equal reality. And this is an important point as we start talking about change and about how we handle change in our lives.